Hi, my name's Andrew Kinney. I'm an attorney at Hogan Law Offices. Today I have a client of ours, Mike Davidson. I wanted to talk to him a little bit about what to expect if you were to call us, and also what to expect when you get to the hearing level. I'll let you take over. Hey Mike, how you doing
I'm
today?
good, and you?
Good, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming in today. Your hearing and everything's done, right?
Thankfully so, thanks to you.
Sure, thanks. Tell us a little bit about when you were looking for attorneys, because there are a lot out there.
Well, I was no longer able to work after almost 13 years, and there's lots of advertisements out there. We'll help you with your Social Security. And where do you turn to? I finally called your firm, and from the operator all the way to you, got all my questions answered. I mean, it's not an easy journey, but you guys have made it easier.
What's intimidating about it?
Well, a lot of questions, a lot of paperwork. Eventually, we go before a judge.
Yeah. Now, some people think if they call an attorney, they're going to start billing hours. Was that one of the concerns, or is that at least in the back of your mind?
It was a concern at the time, and then I found out that if you guys don't recover anything in this whole process, there's no fee.
And we don't charge any other outside expenses. There's no catches here.
No. There were other firms that wanted to charge, for paperwork, for mailings, for phone calls, and you guys wouldn't.
Well, thanks for calling us. Now, having worked with us, it does take a little while from the time you first call to the time you get to meet with the judge, right?
Oh, absolutely. And if you try and do that yourself, it can be even longer. We're talking years.
And there are forms that you fill out along the way. Did you enjoy the forms, Mike?
Well, it was, immensely. No, the thing was that I filled out what I could and what I didn't understand. I called you guys, and the questions were answered.
My guess is that there's a suspicion that there's a way that you fill out a form that maybe you're not answering it correctly. Was that maybe an undercurrent when you're doing that?
Oh, absolutely. And if you do fill it out wrong, they will send it back to you, and that will further delay your case.
And if you don't fill it out at all, they might decide to deny at that level. So,
right. And there's a long way too. So.
And one of the things, hopefully, I believe our staff communicated along the way, when you have forms, the idea is to keep it simple and straightforward, because ultimately when you go before a judge, you're going to have situations where you're going to relay the same thing you relayed in a form. So there is no saying the right thing, but it's keeping it simple and to the point. And it sounds like the staff was able to communicate that message to you.
They were. I mean, I had a lot of questions. I'm a big talker, and I like to ask a lot of questions. And I was very apprehensive, but you guys, you put my mind at ease, and we finally got before the judge, and you handled the whole thing perfectly, and it was a successful case. I thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. It's my job. And one of the interesting elements in your situation that's unique is you don't need to be unable to work completely. There are times in people's lives when they can't work full-time hours, and in fact they can't quite work part-time hours at times due to medical problems. So if you are in a situation where you might think you need to apply, at least as of this taping, there's a gross $1,000 a month. If you're still working some but not enough to go above that amount, and it's for a medical reason, well, for goodness sakes, you can feel free to call us. Now, you at the hearing itself, did you have any fear about the hearing?
Well, you're going before a judge, even though it's not quote unquote, like a big gigantic courtroom and the bailiff and all that. You're going before a judge, and there's people there that are, recording what you're saying. And I wasn't quite sure what to say, where to go, what to do, and you led me through it, and it was over like that.
Now, there's a point to the hearing. Hopefully I conveyed that. Did I convey that adequately before the hearing?
To prove your case why you cannot work and you need those benefits.
And after the hearing, did it feel like there were any surprises because you had been prepared to know what the point of the hearing was?
Yeah, there were no surprises. One surprise is that you were talking privately with the judge about my case, which I didn't believe or understand you were able to do that, and you didn't.
Sure.
You came back out and you told me what the judge thought, and you still don't know the decision until you get paperwork in the mail, but you put my mind at ease.
Well, there's an appropriate time and place on the hearing day where there may be discussions of procedure, and in your unique situation there was, and so I had to deal with those things so I could help clarify the issues for the hearing itself. And as you know, things worked out. So would you have any hesitation calling again if for some reason you needed it?
It's funny you should say that. I've recommended a lot of people to your firm, and I just wanted to say, and I know this is like not a commercial, but I like you personally because you know your stuff. But if you're in a quandary and you're like myself, not able to work a full 8-hour day or have any questions, a lot of places you can go to, a lot of places you'll see advertised. I would come to Robert Hoagland Association.
Thank you. So if you have further questions about our law offices, you can go to hoaglandlaw.com. That's HOGLUNDLAW.com. We have information about medical conditions. We also have information so you can compare and contrast firms with other firms. We also have other videos like this to tell you about medical problems or procedures. So feel free to call us or go online. Thank you, Mike, for coming by.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.